Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start off with these two foundations. I don't know why the other one's that way around. There we go. Yeah, so the True Match and the Be Even, and it's from Superdrug. So I mixed these two together to just get my shade, because one's a bit too light, one's a bit too dark. When I'm blending it into my skin, I just use a stippling motion and I just blend it all over my skin. It does take a while, but honestly, blending is the key. So I just use a little bit more product on my forehead because I have a bit of scarring. As you can see, by mixing these two together, I just get a really flawless coverage, and it's quite full coverage. And then I take my concealer. I use the Makeup Revolution concealer in C13, but because that's a bit too light, I use my foundation with it as well to just darken up a little bit. And I just place this under my eyes and in all the places that I want highlighted. And then I take my small beauty blender. This is from Primark, and it's really small, really precise, and I bring the concealer right into my nose, and it helps me when I'm contouring later on. And I just blend this into my skin, and I just pat it into my skin till it all blends. I didn't show it as well. I did put a bit on my nose, my chin, and just a bit on my forehead. I then take the same brush that I was using to blend out my foundation, and I just use that to blend out my concealer so it just looks so nice and seamless. Then I grab my it's the Makeup Revolution baking powder, and that's the more orangey one. I think it's called Terracotta, and I don't use it for baking. Well, not really. I just put the smallest amount of product underneath my eyes. It's more just to set my makeup. And as you can see, I just pat it all in my skin, and I just leave it like that, like not blended. I just leave it to just set there for a little bit. So it's sort of like my take on baking, because I don't like leaving too much product under my eyes and then I can't blend it out. Then I take my Makeup Revolution concealer palette. This is in the darkest shade, and I always just use the darkest shade in this palette. I use this for contouring, and I just put it in all the places that I want contoured and around the perimeter on my face. And then I grab the same brush that I was using to blend out my highlighter and my foundation and everything, and I use that to blend in my concealer, just because I don't want the sharp lines. I just want it to sort of like absorb some of the other product as well. When I'm doing my concealer, I always do it like in an upwards motion, because I don't want to blend anything too low on my face, otherwise it just doesn't sit right. And then I grab a different brush to just wipe off all that powder that I put underneath my eyes. this is me taking my highlighter. This is also Makeup Revolution, and it is I think it's called a baked highlighter. I'll leave everything in the description box below just so you can see what I was using. And I just put this in all the places that I want highlighted, so my nose, my inner eyes and my cheekbones. And then later on you'll see me put in a little bit on my eyes just to make it look just a little bit something, because I'm not doing any eyeshadow today. And then I take my lipstick. I use red because I just wanted to add just a little bit of colour, because I'm not really doing anything to the rest of my face. This is actually one from Primark. It was only £1. I'll leave it down below, but I just use this all over my lip. At this point I'm just looking to see whether I'm finished with everything, and yeah, that is the finished result. As you can see, it's just very simple, very minimal makeup with just a little bit of colour and a red lip. So at this point I'm just looking to see if I need to add anything or touch anything up, but it's pretty much what I was going for, and that's the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments down below, I'd love to see what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!